Hello, dear ones. Happy new moon in Cancer. It's our actual second new moon of the month in Cancer, which is a little bit unusual, but it's also the first lunation that we've had in about 6 to 8 weeks that does not have an eclipse attached to it. So that's pretty exciting. Eclipses are good. They can bring forth information that we need to know. They can bring forth gunk in our lives that needs to be cleared out, but that doesn't always mean they're easy. So if you've been feeling like the last few weeks have been pretty intense, you'd be right. Especially last week, Mars conjuncted Chiron. And I think that for a lot of us brought up old wounds and old issues, old stories that we've told ourselves over and over again. And if you felt like, am I backpedaling? Am I going backwards? Really, no, you're not. There's an aspect of like layers of an onion, and we have to just kind of keep peeling those layers back. And it's like, yeah, you're moving toward the center. You're moving toward the healing, but you got to keep removing each layer as you go and allowing that process to unfold really naturally. Healing cannot be rushed. You can't sit there and just eat the whole onion. It has to be in layers like that to help yourself heal in the most organic and spiritual way possible, I think. But I just wanted to offer that to you. With this new moon, we also have Sun, Moon opposing Saturn. So that is also a pretty intense angle, just bringing up a lot of places where we have felt limited in our lives or where we have felt like we are not worthy. I feel like it's with the new moon being there, it's a time to kind of release those limitations or start telling ourselves a different story, that we are worthy, that we are capable, that we do bring something of great value to this world. Each one of us is here for a reason. And if you're watching my channel, I know you're a special group of souls that is here to do a special work. I really feel that strongly. All the people that I know right now that do watch my channel, you're a special group of beings, and you move through this world with such grace and such love, and you bring light where you go. And I just want to encourage you today that if you are feeling in any way, shape, or form like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, this is too hard, I don't know if I'm worthy to tell my story, I don't know if I'm worthy to be the healer I desire to be, that there is that energy in this new moon of breaking free of those things. It's a very Eight of Swords kind of energy if you followed me for a while and know how much I love tarot, but just almost feeling like your own mind traps you. And really, if you can release and change those perceptions, you can open up the story and tell yourself a different story and release those limitations and move forward in brand new ways. That's what a new moon is for. It's for moving forward in a brand new way. Every new moon is a beginning. And I think this one's extra special with being in Cancer. We have had a lot of time in Cancer. The last couple of years we've been in the nodes have been in Cancer and Capricorn. We've had the big, what I like to call the Capricorn clump. We've had Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter all in Capricorn opposing everything in Cancer. So there's been a lot of emotional things coming up, and a lot of things have been leaving our lives, have been changing within our lives. And I mean, I understand that we have gone through quite a huge change globally. I mean, staying home and not being able to go about our normal routine, that's pretty huge for everybody. But even on a more personal level, I've seen huge changes ripple through my friends. People have lost loved ones, lost friends, lost pets, just walked through some really difficult times with job situations and lots of things that have just shifted in profound ways for people. So I would just offer to you that with this second lunation in Cancer, and we've had so much action in Cancer over the last couple of years, that it is just kind of saying it's a new start, it's a new beginning, it's a place where you can go forward in a completely new way. So it's a special new moon. So I would offer to you today to write down, and if you don't have time to write it down, just make a firm statement in your mind. But there's something about bringing it out into the physical world, of writing it down, of like the intentions you want to set, or the thought patterns you want to shift, or the stories you want to tell yourself, or the affirmations that you want to replace the negative thoughts that you've had. Like if you've had things that you told yourself, you look in the mirror and you go, ugh, instead of saying those negative things to yourself when you look at yourself, that you can replace those and look at the mirror and say, I love you, you're worthy, you're going forward in powerful new ways, and you're here to do a great work. So I just want to offer that to you with the astrology right now. And also, I would like to do my typical new moon draw 3 cards for you all. And if you follow my channel for a while, I like to draw 3 cards. You can pick 1, 2, or 3 right in this moment. As you listen to the interpretations, you can decide, hey, you know, that card resonates for me too. There might be one or two cards. There might even be all three really speak to your situation. So allow whatever comes up and feels right to you to be the message that you need. If it's all three, great. If it's only one, but take away from this what just sings in your heart and feels like, yeah, that's what I need. That's what I needed to hear. And let it be an answer to you if there's a decision or a query you're looking for. So, all right, let's draw some cards here. All right, the first card that comes up is the Five of Pentacles. For those of you that chose the first card, this card to me is a card of saying your body is freaking tired. Just put it out there. Your body's exhausted, and there's been so much lately. You need sleep, you need rest, you need to step away from social media. I would offer to you to make some sort of adjustment with this new moon to honor your body in some way, even if it's extremely small. Like, okay, I'm just going to go outside for 5 minutes and just breathe in the fresh air and feel the sunshine on my face. It can be that small. But every tiny change that we make that honors our body and honors ourselves grows. That energy grows in our life, and it attracts more moments like that. So I would offer to you with this card to find a way, little or small or big if you can. It might even be, you know, really taking a day away from work and stepping out and going on a hike, going out into the woods, or just taking a day and staying in bed and feeling no guilt over it, that your body needs that kind of rest right now. The next card for those of you that chose card 2 is, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Between the last two cards here, I've got some busy people watching my channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. The Two of Pentacles comes up for me when you're juggling a lot of balls. You're keeping a lot of things in the air. If you look at this woman in this card, she's got all these things on her head. She's trying to keep everything afloat while she's dancing. So she's keeping everything balanced on her head while she's doing the two-step here. So I would offer to you, if you chose this card, again, it's a similar message to the first one, but in your case, your body's doing a little bit better, but there's still a message of like, you're juggling too much. Is there something you can put down? Is there something you can let go? And the new moon is usually about setting an intention and going forward. It's not as much about releasing. But for you guys that chose card 2, I would offer there is actually something you need to put down right now to really feel this new energy, to move forward into a new cycle in your life. And again, this can be small. It doesn't have to be something big. It's just something that where maybe you felt an obligation that you don't need to, or a place where you actually can say no and you have felt like you needed to say yes. I don't have a for instance coming to mind, but I'm just going to trust that, you know, something that pops into your mind in the next day or two where you're like, you know, I don't need to do that. I can let that go. I would offer to you that that's the message for this card for you, to let something go and feel like you don't need to do all the things. All right, let's look at the next card here. For those of you that chose card 3. Right. We've got the Six of Swords. So this card is a lovely card. It's a card about kind of taking, like, finding a way away from the things that have been really stressful and hard. For those of you that chose this card, there's going to be a bit of a reprieve here. And maybe you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, life has been too much lately. I can't keep all the irons in the fire, and I am keeping them in there, and they're running me ragged. And maybe there's even been some conflict in your life, like some relationship issues that have been hard, and have felt just sort of unsettling to you right now. I would just offer, if you chose this card, it's a message that there's relief on the horizon for you. And if you can, to wake up with the dawn tomorrow and watch the sunrise and just let that light soak into your soul. Just feel that color inside of you. Sunrises are so golden and shimmery and beautiful. Let that light come in and just realize that life is going to take a little bit of a break for you now, and it's going to be a little bit easier. I want this card to comfort you that if you've been just feeling like your mind is all over the place, you've had lots of anxiety, that things are going to ease a bit, and you can take a deep breath. That's what I would also offer with this card. If you can watch the dawn tomorrow morning, and also if you can take a great big deep breath, feel it into your toes, and then exhale loudly and just like, all right, letting all that anxiety out of there. That's what I would could offer for you folks. So those are the messages I have for this new moon. I feel like they're just little things. They're all minor arcana cards, but they're things that are important. And like I said, when you make little tiny decisions to honor yourself, to honor your soul, to honor the places you want to go, the decisions you want to make, the things in your heart that resonate, when you honor just a little piece of that, the energy grows. And it's like it's easier the next time to honor yourself even more. And the more we honor ourselves and the more we follow our heart, the more we find our path and the more we find joy and happiness, because following our heart does bring us joy and happiness. So if you'd like to work with me, if you'd like a personal reading, I will link my shop below. And as always, thank you for watching this video. I almost didn't make one today, but I just kept feeling like I wanted to connect with you beautiful souls. And it's hotter in Hades here. I got my hair up and just making do with the heat. But I wanted to connect with you all, and every single like, every single comment, every single subscribe, I always do a little happy dance. I'm like, oh, I love connecting with you guys so much. It means so much to me to have you as my followers and to have this channel and to be able to interact in this way with astrology and tarot. And I'm just sending you so much light right now, so many blessings, so many new moon blessings. This is a lovely emotional moon to just hold you in a beautiful hug and say, yes, you can go forward, you can do this. So lots of love as always, and I will talk to you in the next video.